What does it mean to be human? Being human means to reach a state of mind called self-actualization. What does self-actualization mean, though? Self-actualization means to realize your true self along with your potential and talents. This includes a sense of higher level thinking, which involves religion and freedom. This pyramid really shows what self-actualization truly means. It was done by a famous psychologist known as Abraham Maslow. On the pyramid, it has all the psychological needs. At the bottom is psychological, which means food and water. Second is safety. Third, belonging, which means wanting a belonging place in social life. Fourth is self-esteem. And finally, at the top is self-actualization. The reason why self-actualization is at the top of the pyramid is because it requires a higher level of thinking, more so than all the others listed below. Now, as I said earlier, one of these higher levels of self-actualization is freedom. This picture is Martin Luther King addressing the United States on discrimination and wanting equal and fair rights between African Americans and white Americans. Martin Luther King needed a higher level of thinking and self-actualization in order to realize that even after the Civil War, there was still much discrimination and things were not equal between both races. This aspect of freedom can also be seen by the famous document known as the Declaration of Independence. The Declaration of Independence was made by the United States while they were breaking away from the British Crown. Americans did not see the current state of things as being free and decided that they wanted a fair democracy. This painting was done showing white Americans kneel before Abraham Lincoln, along with African Americans kneel before him. On the top of the painting, there's a text that reads, "Freedom for all, both black and white." Abraham Lincoln fought to and succeeded in abolishing slavery. This shows that Abraham Lincoln had reached a very high state of self-actualization. He realized that even though half of the country is for slavery and supported it, it did not stop him from making it a basic human right. Self-actualization can also be seen in the movie Fight Club.
You broke your promise.
Jesus, Tyler.
You fucking talk to her about me.
Tyler, what the fuck is going on here?
I ask you for one thing. One simple thing.
Why do people think that I'm you? Answer me!
Sit.
Answer me, why do people think that I'm you?
I think you know.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. Why would anyone possibly confuse you with me?
I don't know.
You got it.
No.
Do not fuck with us!
Say it.
Because
Say it.
we're the same person.
That's right.
We are the...
That scene was from the movie Fight Club, showing that self-actualization has very different forms, which can be seen in this scene shown in the film. In the film, the main character lives his life wanting to be someone else and struggled with his identity. However, in this scene, the main character self-actualized, realizing that he has been the person that he wanted to become this whole time. The document shown here is the Magna Carta, which spoke out against the British Crown, making the Crown to be held accountable by the law. It can also be said that the Magna Carta inspired Americans to declare independence from the Crown, inspiring self-actualization for years to come. Whether an individual is religious or not, to have a certain stance on religion requires a certain sense of self-actualization. In this picture shown, Adam and Eve are asking for forgiveness from Jesus Christ, showing that they have a certain sense of self-actualization to accept religion into their life. Now I will show you a scene from the movie Bad Lieutenant, where the main character self-actualizes and asks for forgiveness.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I did so many bad things. I'm sorry. Oh. Oh. I tried to do the right thing, but I'm weak. I'm too fucking weak. I need you to help me. Help me. I need you to help me. Forgive me. Forgive me. Forgive me, please. Forgive me, Father.
That clip was from the movie Bad Lieutenant, in which the main character has spent his life being a corrupt cop and sinning. This clip is at the point in the movie where the main character has self-actualized and matured in a way. He no longer wants to live a life of violence. So he starts to think of a religion and forgiveness. This can be seen in the clip because at the beginning of it, he is mad at God and angry, asking where he was this whole life while he was busy sinning. But then he self-actualizes and gets on his knees asking for forgiveness. Keep in mind, in order to self-actualize, you do not need to be religious. However, a common characteristic in people who self-actualize is they have a certain stance on religion, whether they believe it or not. The painting shown is called Wedding at Cana by Paulo Veronese. It ties into the religious aspect of self-actualization because it depicts the wedding where Jesus Christ turned water into wine. This next document ties into both the freedom and religious aspects of self-actualization. It is known as the Dignitatis Humanae, which was made by the Vatican Council, creating religious freedom. This document was one of the first to allow freedom to express any religion. I finished this presentation while interpreting this quote by Abraham Maslow. It was the man pictured. The quote reads, "What a man can be, he must be." This we call self-actualization. This means that in order for an individual to be truly himself, he must do all that he can. And the only way for an individual to realize this, they must be self-actualized.